that's it. We finally got some basketball action. This is my reaction directly after the Chicago Sky played the Brazilian national team. And there was a lot to go over, a lot to be seen. And like I said in the previous video, the minutes were going to be spotty. And, I feel like coach was going to be trying to see what gels and get a good look at everybody. But there's a lot of good stuff we seen, a lot of good stuff to go over. So I'm excited. We seen some great stuff. So let's jump right in. I gave out a small award system just for today. Angel Reese was the MVP. She put up 15 and 10 in 16 minutes, which is crazy. Shot at an efficient rate. So that means her points weren't coming off of just her own putbacks or rebounds wasn't coming off of her misses. No, she was efficient with what she did. That's just going to be Angel Reese. You just got to get used to it. So get used to seeing anything between 22 and 15 as far as points, and then a rebounds anywhere between 9 and 19. That's just who she is. So I had to give her the MVP. She had a lot of pressure. You can see at the beginning there was some pressure. Crowds going crazy. Even at the end of the game, they were chanting Angel Reese, Angel Reese. So it was a homecoming like no other. And she was able to perform for her people within the small time frame she had to play. Assist queen, I gave it to the vet. She came out, and at the very beginning, you can see her control tempo. You can see how that's going to work. Her controlling tempo, running the show, calming things down when they need to calm down. The vet got it. Courtney was really putting in that work. And then defense anchor, I gave it to Camilla because you've seen some people come to the lane. She didn't have the biggest numbers today. And again, she's fresh back from playing overseas and trying to gel, trying to figure out the system that the coach was running. I seen it. I seen the plays he was running. And we'll talk about it maybe tomorrow about the actual play style he was playing. But I seen her being the person really trying to adjust to it. But when it came to defense, you can't bring it inside if Camilla's in. I seen people with layups turning around like, no, let's kick it back out and reset. And breakout player, I gave it to Haley, man. She came in again, another person with a lot of pressure on this game. You heard the crowd going crazy for her. It was a home. They didn't market it as a homecoming for her, but it was a homecoming for her too. I don't think anybody at LSU did not like her. The crowd clearly showed she was loved, and so it was a lot of pressure on her. She came out and got a bucket, 2 buckets, and then you could see her get under control and start setting up her teammates. She was playing like she was a vet, and that the other rookies or other people fighting for positions, she was trying to set them up. Not like she was one of them. You could see she was a little locked in and was trying to get everybody else involved. And I was really happy to see that from her. She picked her spots. Didn't make everything that she put up, but she picked her spots and hit a couple buckets. So you love to see it from Haley. I had to get well soon in there, which is not fair coming in the first game. But Big Mama Rachel looked like she was a little bit trying to find her footing within the rotation and the roster and where she fits in. And I think a lot of people are doing that, even though you've seen some people doing decent and really good. Kia Nurse is on there. She looked really good shooting the 3 ball. And Beck Allen, I think she went 1 of 4, but those are the players that are finding their footing and where do they fit within what's going on here. This is actual play now. This isn't us going 5-on-5 with our teammates that know what we're trying to do. And so Big Mama was you could see she was kind of trying to find her footing, which will happen. These are pros. They'll lock in, they'll get it in. That position that her, Beck, Kia, they're trying to fill is one that's going to be most important. You really got to dive into what each possession needs from you. You're not a big where if you're Angel or Camilla, you can go, I'm on the block, Angel's high, and that's where we're at. No, when you're on that wing position, if the ball's really strong on the right side, you got to make sure you're in the perfect spot on the left wing, So a lot of stuff in that. So get well soon goes to Arby. She's going to figure it out. 3 ball. We see my girl Kia Nurse get a good amount of catch and shoot threes, and she was knocking it down. We love to see it. And not just her, but just the whole team. You've seen the freedom to let the threes go in rhythm. I seen Haley set up a lot of people with threes in rhythm. TB, She came out. I remember in the last video, I was like, yo, I was telling y'all, she got a clip on her. She can shoot that ball. She's a rookie. TB is a rookie, but she can shoot the ball. And I seen her knock down some of those quick threes, like I was saying in the video before. So I was excited to see that. But that's kind of just what I had as far as quote unquote my awards for the game. Let's jump into see what everybody had going on. Like I said, Kia Nurse, she had her clip rocking today. She put up 11 points. She was 4 from 8. Where was the 3? 3 for 5 from threes. So her catch and shoot game was strong, and it was quick. And that's going to be really pivotal when playing with a bigs dominated team. You got to be able to catch and let it fly. Feet squared, shoulder squared, and let it fly. And she showed today that she can get that done. Angel was amazing. She was at 70% today. Oh, that was free throws was 70%, which I seen a couple misses and I seen nerves in those first couple free throws. But she cleaned it up by the end of the game. And then she was 4 for 7, which was 57%, which is amazing from her. That's what we like to see. She got herself 10 boards, only 2 of them offensive rebounds and 15 points. Camilla, I think she was a little rocky just kind of playing against her teammates she's been playing with the whole off season. So I could see she was a little timid. She might have, you could look at somebody and say this is just an uncomfortable setting for her. And so that's what I seen on her. She was just not that she's going to have a problem throughout the season. This was really rare to play against your hometown people in the States. So you could see that was just a little awkward for her. Double A. She only put up 2 points, and I think those were free throws, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, she didn't hit any field goals today, so those are free throws. And again, she's one of them people that's gonna adjust. She's brand new to the team. She's adjusting to it. The vet Courtney, she was 1 for 4. But you've seen her. What was her assist number? She had 5 assists. But she controlled the tempo while she was in there. She controlled the pace. I seen her give an amazing pass to Angel, which. Those passes weren't coming last year to where Angel could just get it with 2 hands and go up. I know everybody talks about Angel's mechanics when she has the ball, but if you can give her the ball here and all she got to do is go up, it's money. And Courtney showed that she's that type of point guard that could get her there. I talked about Beck Allen a little bit earlier. Sorry, my allergies is crazy right now. She was able to hit a 3. Yeah, she did hit a 3. One of her 2 makes were 3. And right now, that's kind of what we need to see from players in that position. Can you catch and shoot? Can you get the ball up? Her plus minus was 24. That's crazy. Michaela came in and she was just Michaela. She's such a solid player. Michaela's the type of player that can have 5s and all across the board 0s, but you watch and say she affects every possession when she was out there. Well, she didn't have just straight 0s. She did get some boards, and we get some assists with her today. Rebounds, assists, steals. She's that player that does a little bit of everything, so her time on the court is absolutely valuable. And again, this is everybody's game 1. Angel looked like she was in a little bit more rhythm because she was in a rival and just finished hooping. Mojo got some burn and gave us 2 points. I didn't see a lot from her. She was just kind of out there. I didn't see a lot coming from Mojo today. E-Will was important. Why E-Will was important? Because I seen moments where Angel would usually be jumping over people to get a rebound, and instead of doing that, E-Will got it, and Angel went on the break to where E-Will gave it up to her, and she was able to go on the run and make the decision. Or Angel did get a long rebound, and she just was able to push it. Instead of being that back force trying to get rebounds, she didn't have to dive deep down for rebounds when E-Will is out there, and that is a beautiful thing. She was efficient, 3 for 4 tonight. It was great seeing E-Will out there. Again, we had Big Mama. She did get 2 buckets, but then none of them were 3s, which is kind of her go-to. But again, with time and gelling with the teammates, that'll be fine. Haley I thought she had 2 buckets. Maybe I was wrong. But so she was 50%. She had 1. But it was great to see Haley out there just running a show. She did not. For a second, she looked a little bit nervous. But she settled in really quick, and she started looking for everybody else a lot. The great thing was she scored off of her give and go. She likes to give it up to somebody at the free throw line or the high elbow, and then make her move off of that and get it back and score. And she did that. She gave it up, got it back, went to the basket, got a hard and one, and finished. So it was great to see Haley in her element in this game. Maddie went 2 for 2. I think one of them were assisted by Haley. That play looked really, really smooth. I think it was a 3-ball. It was really, really smooth. And that's kind of what we're going off here. AG came in and gave us a bucket. MG, she went 2 for 5. Was one of them 3? You know what? TB, I mentioned it earlier. I was saying she just has a quick trigger, and I seen it in the game. Was like, man, that's somebody. What, she put up 3 for 5, 7 points, and how many minutes did she have? Where's the minutes? She played what just happened? She played 4 minutes and gave you 7 points. And then she went from 1 for 3 for the 3. I told you she got a quick trigger on the 3, but she's really, really fun to watch. That's somebody I'm like, man, it's going to be a challenge for her to make the team, but she's fun to watch. She's twitchy, she's quick, and she can shoot the ball. I said that in the videos before. She can shoot the ball. So all in all, I'm rambling a little bit, but all in all, it was a really, really good showing. This is preseason. We can't take too much from it. They were playing a non-NBA team that as well, but it gave us, like, I felt like I was watching a practice or a training camp game. That's what I felt like we got to watch. So we got to finally see some systematic stuff, and I picked up on it. I'm a nerd, so I picked up on some of the plays they were running, what systems they were in, and it was great to see that kind of stuff. This wasn't the WNBA caliber of opposition, the opposing team, but it was awesome to see people rocking and see where they're going to fit and what's going to happen. Again, there's no crazy takeaways or anything like that. It was just a really, really good game to watch. The first couple minutes was really good. You got to see everybody was nervous, but you got to see that one person. Angel was like, I'm nervous, but I'm going to work. I'm putting my hard hat on and getting to work. And so that's what I seen out of the game. That was my analysis. I haven't went back to look at a replay. Looking at the box score with you was my first time seeing it. I'll probably dive deeper into it because that's who I am tonight while I'm laying in the bed and can't sleep. And I'll have a little bit more of analysis for you. So if you guys want to see that, let me know. I can put up another video tomorrow when I wake up. I could throw a video out there now that I would have time to sit with it. But my initial thoughts was people might sleep on the sky, but we get to see if they're clicking on their cylinders with those bigs. You can't. Again, we did not see Camilla tapped in. She looked like she was playing against her. I go play ball. My favorite cousin, I can dog walk him on the court. But when we get on the court, I'm so uncomfortable playing against him because that's just my cousin, my boy, who I've grown up in the backyard playing against. And that looked like Camilla was just like, these are my people. Not that she was taking it easy, but it was just an uncomfortable environment for her. So we didn't see her max out at all. And like I said, Angel was like, I know how to go to work. She went to work, and she was feeding off the crowd. The crowd was loving her. So that was great. Again, Haley really impressed me. I know the numbers don't jump off the screen, but if you watch her control pace and tempo once she was in there with the second stringers, and we got to see one possession with Haley, Angel, and Camilla, and it actually looked good. I think Angel put up a little, what did she do? A pivot jump hook, I want to say. But that was fun to see those three out there together. So that's what I got for you guys today. Again, I could dive in a little deeper if you guys want a part 2 of this video, but that was my initial thoughts, me just going off of memory, not going back to watch anything, and this is just my reaction in real time. So if you guys want to see a part 2, let me know. I'm AJ. This is my mic. Peace.